It is muted.
What it is, guys? What, it was muted, really?
You're completely muted this whole time, bro.
Me or the
You.
You.
We're over here. We were like, what's going
No,
on?
was the intro muted for real?
Nah,
No,
intro was
it
fine.
wasn't. I heard.
Just when you came live, you're just like, nada.
Oh, really? Am I
Yeah.
good now? Do you guys hear me?
Hey, take two.
Yep.
All right, take two. Ready? And welcome to Collectors Assemble Live here on Thursday night. And I'm super excited for today's show because momentarily we're going to be joined by Jon Bailey, the Epic voice guy. I can't wait because he's so much fun and is super talented. But we are live here today with a great panel, and we have a lot to talk about as well. So as always, I'm going to go with my panel guest, Josh McCoy from McCoy Culture. What's happening, brother?
What's going on, man? Just looking forward to a good show. Happy to have Anthony and the beer god himself joining us tonight. So it'll be a good time.
Let's go. Dennis, what's up, man? Puerto Rico statue collector. How you doing, bud?
What's up? Clean day.
Clean
Awesome.
day. Oh, you're cleaning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Statue day.
Nice.
Tender love and care.
So let me ask you, do you put Spanish music on?
No. Rock, heavy metal.
Oh, rock. Okay.
Heavy metal.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you listening to? What are you listening to when you're dusting off?
Lamb of God, Arch Enemy, on Earth.
Pause.
Oy.
Things you don't know.
I know every single one of them, so
Yeah.
my kind of guy.
Yeah? Awesome.
Of course.
Awesome.
Yeah, always, man.
I
Metal.
was gonna
I'm
say,
always
man,
metal.
only thing I
Yeah.
don't know, bro. Jeez.
And I PO'd the penguin.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
So it's a good
Congratulations,
day.
man.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
Oh, yeah. Spending
Let's
money
go.
and cleaning up your statues, man. What more can you ask for?
I know, right?
And moving them around first
And
base.
moving them around.
All right, Mario, what's happening, brother?
What's good, man? Happy to be here tonight, man. Looking forward to tonight's discussion. Looking forward to meeting tonight's guest too, man, and just being amongst greatness here, bro. So let's have some fun tonight.
Hell yeah, let's have some fun. And as always, 6 Scale Mafia, what's happening?
Hey, man. What's going on, man? What's good with everybody tonight, man? It sounds like a fun stream. There's a lot to talk about. I didn't think there was, but
There definitely
Yeah.
it's
is.
like there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure
So, no,
we'll go
it's awesome,
down
man.
some rabbit holes and stuff. So you know how it is.
I don't
Yep.
like
I gotta
rabbit
s-
holes, man.
We're gonna spend some of Ant's money tonight. Let's go. Let's make it
We're not
happen.
spending
yo,
any of my
live-
money.
Let's
yo.
enable. Let's
Uh-uh.
enable. Come on, let's enable tonight.
No. I'm broke.
I gotta
for the
say,
rest
though,
of
Collect
the
this
year.
enabling.
Anthony's background's always a big flex.
It is.
From a
It's just a green screen, bro. I thought you knew.
Stop it.
No, I'm kidding. Thank you, man. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
So let's get into it before our guest gets here, because there wasn't a lot of statue talk this week, but there was a lot of teases. So let's get into that, guys. All right, am I on mute? I'm good.
You're good.
What?
All right, cool.
I can't hear you, dude.
No, yeah.
Is Miguel on mute?
All right. So first, I want to talk about obviously Tom Spina's announcement, which is pretty cool because he's acquired a license to Indiana Jones, and he's
Oh,
gonna
great.
have reveals starting April 10th, and on April 25th, he's gonna have some product sales. So I'm looking forward to that. You guys know Tom Spina was on the show not too long ago. He's just awesome as far as everything that he does and the products he sells. Big in Star Wars, obviously, and props. So I'm kind of looking forward to what he's gonna be, doing with Indiana Jones, because his stuff is like real, like iconic to the like origins of the show and stuff.
Yep.
So you're not gonna see like the same thing you see with every other statue company, right? So what do you guys
Right.
think? Josh, I'll probably start with you. What do you think he's gonna do with Indiana Jones? You have any guesses?
Probably a lot of. I'm not the biggest Indiana Jones fan. Not to like, get anybody's bad side here, but I think he'd probably do a lot of props and whatnot. I don't. There's no like, from my understanding, there's no creatures and stuff because that's what he specializes in. So I'm assuming he's gonna do like props and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, and I was thinking the same thing because there's not really that many creatures as far as Indiana Jones goes, but I'm curious to what he's gonna do. Maybe he's gonna do like what's the thing he stole, like the gold like statue.
Well,
Idol. Yeah.
They could do like an
Well-
idol or the Ark or the Covenant or the Grail or
The German idol or the translucent skull.
Oh,
The Ark of the Covenant will be badass, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Shit, that'd be dope. Can you imagine just having like a life size prop of that in your display? Like Ark of the Covenant, yeah, it's right here. Oh, the Holy
That'd be good.
Grail, oh yeah, it's right here. You know what I mean? All these like historic biblical artifacts, man, that'd be dope.
That would be dope.
I
But
think
knowing
that's what
him,
it's gonna be.
yeah, knowing him, that's definitely what it's gonna be.
Dude, I think that the Cup of Christ, dude, that would be like the easiest thing for him to do, man.
Yeah.
Probably be on the cheap
Or the
too.
whip,
Well,
the
more
hat.
affordable. The whip, the hat, the Sankara stones, from Temple of Doom. But I'm pretty sure more than likely it's gonna be something from the new movie that we just haven't seen yet. But we'll wait and see, man. It's gonna be exciting to see what he's gonna be doing for sure.
I know. I'm super excited for that. But that's it for the Regal Robot news. What else we got, Josh?
We got what everybody's hyping up today, and that is the Penguin from Sideshow.
Ooh.
And we got to give Sideshow props in this one. I know they're kind of hit or miss most of the time, but I think they did an awesome job on this one. But do you
Yes,
guys
they did.
think that this looks a little more realistic compared to the other ones? So do you think it will look like as good with the other ones? Because I feel like the other ones have a more like kind of comic look to it, but this one looks like has like a more realistic vibe to it.
I like it.
Yeah,
though,
well, so
man.
sculptor. Yeah.
I really like this, dude. I mean, this whole thing, like telling like a little story, dude, and it's
And the base.
looking at these shots, man. I mean, I can't. To me, they look kind of like renders, man. I can't believe this is actually real. It just
It
looks
is.
too good for Sideshow. You know what I mean? And more than likely, we're gonna probably end up with like another 300 ES. I mean, considering with these new Batman lines, everything's
call
gonna be such a
budget.
low ES, bro.
I think this is the only mixed media right here, the fur.
The fur, yeah.
No,
Did they announce- did
the
they
whole
announce-
coat.
Oh,
They
the
can
whole
have mixed media, the whole coat and the fur.
I like these penguins. I think these penguins look awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice touch, man.
No, I like the base in the bottom. It has like skulls from the sewer.
Yeah.
Then it goes up like the penguin swimming, and then it goes up a level with translucent resin, green with him on top. So it's a good, cool effect. And it's small.
listen, so
A small
so
footprint.
the pictures that they came out with now for the pre-order look way better than the kind of tease that they had.
Yeah.
And like, because the base is a little higher, like he's a little bit more elevated. That one picture in
Yeah.
the beginning was like
Right.
kind of squashed, so I thought it was gonna be shorter, but it's
Yep.
kind of like he's almost like riding a wave. But I like it a lot. Now the only thing for me, right, is that this is more like, it feels like more Arkham, like the game for me.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say.
Right,
Like,
I'm
Yeah, that's
sorry.
what I meant. Like it
did I
has a
take
more
your thunder?
realistic vibe to it compared to the
a
other
little
ones.
bit, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Nah, don't worry about it, man. It's good. I know.
It
I
looks
know.
more
I thought,
Dark Knight.
yeah, I thought the same thing. It was either like a Dark Knight style or an Arkham tone, and that's what I like. If we can get more of this, I would
Oh my,
maybe.
freaking Ark.
I would
Sorry.
maybe get into that because I was looking at this today, as a matter of fact, and was like, because I'm in this weird Batman thing going on right now as it is, and I'm trying to stay out of statues, but
We're gonna get you into statues, man. The longer you hang out with
Yeah,
us,
we
we'll
got
get
it.
you
We
into
got to
statues.
get you.
but
dude.
I got out of statues though.
This time next
So-
year, you'll be like me and Chase and buying all the Haskells.
Yeah, right.
Bro,
all these,
no,
all
I
these
don't
surrounded with the
know.
66 line, dude. That would with your Batmobile, that would look dope. I'm just
Well,
saying.
that's but
That's true.
I don't know. We'll see. But
He's struggling, dude. Listen to him.
it's tough. Well, because it looks. That's where, to Miguel's point, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this feels more like the Arkham line.
Yeah,
And
man.
if they can continue this, maybe with the same artist or something, right? And we have that kind of style moving forward, similar to kind of like, the Mythos line, how they're very, they fit together.
Yeah.
I would think,
Yeah.
if they can continue doing something like this, either with the Rogues, just probably Rogues Gallery, I'd be fine with moving forward. If it's the same style like this, that would be difficult for me to say no to.
Well, they've been killing it. I think. I mean, with the Joker that came out, and
Yeah. The one
the Poison
pretty
Ivy
good.
they just did too. Shit, I think they're 3
Do
for
you
3 so
think
far, dude.
that they're stepping up their game because now Prime One's doing quarter scale and like all the DC pieces, so now they actually have competition when it comes to that?
Artistically,
They have to. They have to.
definitely,
Yeah.
bro. And,
Yes.
and the fact that they can still keep it at an affordable price point, you gotta take your hat off to them for that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was like 700. Is that?
$700 here.
Yeah.
No switch outs. The edition size, I'm kind of worried because
Did they
it's
announce
medium.
They
It might be a
announced
lot for the first. Because this is the first Penguin. It
You
might
think
be a
so?
lot.
You
Yeah.
think so? I mean, just considering the recent trend right now with the Joker and with the Poison Ivy, man. I mean, I would think that they would probably like keep that same thing going, that same momentum.
If they
with the lower
do a
ES.
low size, I can see this being one of those rare sideshow grails.
Possibly.
That
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, if it's a low ES, yeah, sure. Because this just looks like an amazing piece, just right out the gate. You know, I don't mind Sideshow stuff, man. They're premium for. I mean, it depends on what it is, but I've really enjoyed their X-Men line.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy any, but like when I look at them, I'm like, oh, those are something I would buy if I was a different person. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I'm so.
I thought you got that Jean Grey and set with the burnt cheese fire.
I
with the
like
Phoenix.
that, dude. No, the
Burnt
Phoenix, and
cheese.
dude. That's look. You
That
can
looks
laugh
nice.
at the
That
burnt
looks
cheese
nice.
and the.
That lasagna,
I like it.
man.
Yeah, I think it looks damn good. The problem is I can't do it because I would get all the X-Men, and then it wouldn't just be Sideshow. You know, I'd end up going for
All the
other
XM
X-Men
shit.
statues.
why don't you just do the
Do it.
1/10 Iron Studio ones?
No, man, because that's even worse. Because
There's no winning,
everything.
bro.
And you can
There's
really
no
get 'em all,
winning
man.
because the Iron Studios has every single villain and hero that's comic accurate, and it's
That's
never
it.
going to end. And I'm not a
That
pick and choose
Sentinel
kind of
diorama
guy.
looks really cool. I saw it in person.
And this is coming from a guy who collects hot toys.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to pick a lane, bro. Like,
That's
you
right.
can't.
That's
No,
right.
you don't. No, you
It's-
don't. No,
it's-
you don't.
it's
Dude,
hard.
You only live once, bro. YOLO. Come on, let's go.
Speaking of
Buy
that,
what you like.
somebody just ordered
Maybe.
ordered it because I got an alert on my phone.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Not me. So one of
probably
our
Anthony.
viewers
it
ordered
was Ant.
pre-ordered
definitely
the.
It was
you
I
Anthony.
didn't order anything. Hands are up.
Anyway, listen, I think this is cool. I'm glad that they're doing these like different characters, right? Arch said he's getting it. Collectors Entity says it's gonna be around 750. The ES, I don't know. I think it's gonna be more.
5K,
Yeah,
dude.
5.
Wow. No,
It's not gonna be 750. Collectors Entity, I doubt that. I agree with Josh on this. I think they know this is highly anticipated. I think they know that people have been asking for this, and I think they're gonna crank up the ES on this. Even Archangel, look, I bet Penguin has an ES of at least 5K. I don't know about 5K.
that's criminal, man.
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
about
They
5K.
did 11,000 of that Darth Vader
For the
so
freaking Vader.
Yeah,
I know.
Vader's 11.
That's insane.
That's true.
Was it really?
It's 11.
Yeah.
I mean, with
That's
the,
not even a
with the,
collectible anymore.
Yeah, with the special
No.
edition, with the exclusive and the regular release, freaking 11.
And it's
yeah.
unfortunate because that Vader looks awesome.
It's a badass piece for real.
I think whatchamacallit was Palpatine was like 2,000.
Yeah,
If you remember the Mythos one.
the Mythos one, yeah.
And then I think Ventress and Maul were like 3 to
They're like
5. Some
I think they're like
Somewhere in those.
4,500.
something like that. I just remember
This
Palpatine
one
was
is
the
45.
lowest.
Darth
What's
Maul.
that?
Darth Maul was 45.
What about Ventress?
Vengeance, I think it was like 2.
2, really?
Well, I
Yeah.
know Palpatine was 2. He was the lowest. So
Yep.
she might have been like 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I love that Ventress piece. man.
Oh,
So freaking
somebody got the
gorgeous.
Batmobile. Was it Yoda? Very nice. I gotta figure out who that
Ooh.
was. Anyway, I thought they pre-ordered the Yoda as I was on the phone, but they pre-ordered the Batmobile from Hot
Damn,
Toys.
dude, you gonna announce everybody's pre-orders tonight or what, bro?
Mhm. I mean, I didn't say.
You're
a
gonna say,
name.
oh, someone's
Hey, listen, I got to announce it. You want to know why? Because those people are going to be entered into our contest at the end of the year and win something.
There
And then
you
you're
go.
going to see the famous
There
duck
you
race
go.
go again. So
See, you like that
You know what I
setup?
mean?
You see,
I gotta-
Needler.
bro.
I got to shout out my viewers, man. They support. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt. No
Let's
doubt,
see.
man.
Let's see. Let's see what Art says. I bet everyone is pre-ordering because of Ivy thinking it's a low ES. This is a character everyone wants. Sideshow's about to make bank. I agree with Arch. I don't agree with him all the time,
Mhm.
but I agree with him today.
I can see that.
Somebody said I thought it was 4,500. I think it's gonna be.
No, he's talking about Ventress.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ventress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was something like that. I don't remember.
I pre-ordered. I don't care about the edition size. It looks nice, so I don't care.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't care about edition size so much as far as my collection, but like I just feel like things that are lower edition size are more collectible. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Sure, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all my sandwiches, I never looked at the edition size. None.
Really? Nothing? What's the
No.
what's the lowest edition size piece you have in the collection that you know of?
He's looking around.
I know, huh?
He might be a minute, bro. His
Okay.
whole
Yeah, get back to me around that one, man.
Okay.
Just think about it. Just think about it.
All right, what else we got?
Well, something I'm personally stoked for is motherfucking
Kang.
Kang from Hot Toys.
Yes.
Kang Gang.
Yeah, I've been
Kang.
really anticipating this. I know this movie's very divisive and not a lot of people like it, but we can all agree that Jonathan Majors like absolutely killed this role.
Yeah.
Like, and this is what's impressive. I like this more than the actual.
sculpt, yeah.
Yeah.
And it lights up.
Yeah, not taking anything away from the actual sculpt. I hate this. This can just go away. I hate this part. This is like the worst. This is like my biggest pet peeve of that film. If they would have just taken him out
That was
and
the
gave that
best
extra
part of the
screen
film. What are you
time to
talking about?
Kang, I
Yeah.
think that would have helped a lot.
Well, I mean, he's an Avenger, bro. I mean, you got another
No,
piece to add to that collection.
but no. Anybody else picking this guy up or?
He looks nice.
No.
There's
It
going to
looks
be
nice.
so many variants of Kang, bro. I mean,
But this is the Conqueror. This is like the Kang.
Oh, here we go. Fat Batman's
shit.
collecting
What's
nightmare.
up, man? Fat Man.
I love these names.
Because-
Kang is pre-ordered.
I don't think we're getting this look
Nice.
back because one, I don't think he's dead because, like I said in our little discussion, he got sucked into like a multiversal battery thing. So he probably just got sent somewhere. And there's a rumor that this version of Kang's going to come back, but he's going to come back as the MCU's version of the Beyonder. So the Beyonder is going to be like a Kang variant, but it's going to be this one. So I don't
Yes,
think
he
we're
is. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get this look again. This is like the iconic Kang look. So yeah, there's going to be multiple other variants, but
okay.
not this particular one.
I'll wait for the one where he beats the shit out of the Avengers, dude. I'll get that version.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't think. But I'm not really a MCU guy, so I think he looks great though.
I'm sorry. I just ordered this today from John off the racks. So I was
Wow.
excited for it.
Oh, the Good Dude store. Nice.
Yeah, the Good News store.
The good dude store. Yeah, he looks neat. I love the light up feature.
And sculpt, look at that.
Yeah,
the
we
rolling
talked a lot
eyeballs too,
about
man.
this on Anthony's show. And a lot of people seemed after he did a poll that we're gonna get it. I think it was like 60%, right, Ant?
Yeah, it was yeah, somewhere around the middle. It was right down the middle almost. Yeah, 55, 60 some percent.
Do you think there'll be like a third party chair made?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Possibly.
you could totally
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
That's all you 6-scale figure people do.
Hey,
What do you
chairs
mean
are
you
awesome,
six-scale
man.
figure people?
I know. I
You're
don't know
one-
what it's you people like.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're one of us now too, man. Or over here with that Batmobile, looking at the
I
DeLorean,
know,
man.
stop it.
Getting the
Stop
Batman. What else you gonna get, bro?
it. I don't know. We're not talking
DeLorean.
You know,
DeLorean.
Joker.
Nah, dude, that
Mhm.
DeLorean scared me, bro. Let me see. I think
Yeah.
Kang will be in every MCU movie for a while. The Ant-Man version will be brought back to save the day. He said he's the only one that could stop them. So you think he's gonna turn good? Is that what
Nope.
you're saying?
I
Well,
mean,
no,
they have
I-
a whole Avengers movie called Kang Dynasty. So
We're gonna get a good
dude's coming
version of
back.
Kang teaming up, and I think it's gonna be He Who Remains. Gonna be teaming up with the Avengers to fight in the King Dynasty. But who knows? They change things like last minute, so
Huh.
you never really know anymore.
All right.
But sticking on the hot toy chain, or we got the John Wick tease from the new movie. Anybody gonna see that this
Chantel?
weekend?
Oh, hell yeah! Hey, Chantel. Yo, I am trying to make it this weekend sometime to see it, man. I am hearing nothing but the best about this thing. This is like the highest rated John Wick movie out there, critically. So
I don't know.
that's saying a lot, bro. I mean,
It's so. It's a
I'm
good movie,
stoked.
but so.
So Dennis, don't tell me that for reals.
Yo,
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Wait, you saw this?
Yesterday,
Okay, what about compared to the other three, bro?
I like the second one better.
The second one was good.
What happened to the first one? The first one was the best one.
The first one's always the best one, dude.
Yeah,
The fight scene.
I know.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to see what they're doing.
But it's
They're
good.
Teasing,
It's
they're
good.
teasing Donnie Yen's character in,
Yep.
this shot
Yep.
too, man. So
Yep.
we're actually getting more than one figure from this line, dude. So that's
John Wick and Donnie.
Yeah, man. So that's definitely going to be interesting. Definitely want to keep an eye out on this one.
Dude, that'd be cool though, man.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Jon Bailey does a good impression of Keanu. So
Can you do RDJ?
Oh yeah.
yeah, he does so many impressions. I can't wait for he's about to come on soon.
We need to see if he'll do them all in 60 seconds.
No, I don't
do as many as he can in 1 minute. Do like a 1 minute
Art
challenge.
says Dennis only likes the second more because it had boobies.
I don't blame him, man. I mean,
Yo,
shit,
Venom
who
Tech,
doesn't like
what's up,
chichis?
guys? Senior Wick. Dude, I'm excited about this. I know a lot of people in the 6 scale community is too. So I
yeah.
know Chasen wants to get this. It's probably day one for him.
Yep.
So, but
Come
really
on,
cool,
dude, don't-
guys.
You,
What
you,
else?
you know,
What
you
else
know,
we
you
got?
want,
What else
you know,
we
you
got?
want to get it too, right, bro?
No.
So I don't
What
know
do
if
you guys
anybody's-
think is like the best hot toy done?
The best
too
hot
many.
toy done?
Yeah, like in sculpt and everything. They just say this is it. What is the hot toy grail?
That's so subjective.
Yeah, DX15 Jack Sparrow's up there though, in my opinion.
Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
It's up there.
There's a
But
few.
yeah,
I mean, there's a few. Yondu looks really nice.
it's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends. I mean, I don't know. They look cool. I mean, we knew that was coming though. Like I knew we were gonna get a Donnie Yen. That's a given. You know, that's a day one for Hot Toys. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, they look pretty cool though. I mean, the tees anyway. Like we'll see what they do. I don't know if I'll pick them up, but it's pretty badass. I'm glad
Art
they're
says the
continuing
OG
it.
Guardians line.
Loved them. Yeah, that was a good line.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got here?
Transformers. Anybody really familiar with this character? It's by from XM.
Yeah, RC, bro.
No.
That's what it looks like. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, I think
It does.
is. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is the tee that came out this morning for Transformers, and I know we have a lot of Transformers fans in the
yeah.
community. But I can't wait to see more when they reveal it. I'm sure it's going to be revealed more in a couple days.
You guys like more Bayformers or the OG?
OG.
I like
G1,
OG.
bro. All day, every day, man. G1.
Yeah,
June, yeah.
I like OG for sure. But yeah, this is another tease that came out. Again, a lot of teasers. So
So the week of teases is about it.
yeah, it's pretty
Freaking
much
art,
it.
dude.
What else we got? We got anything else?
We got a few more things. This is some stuff you're pretty hyped about. Some Gentle Giant bust.
Yeah, dude. So these are mini
Ah.
busts that are coming out that they just announced for Gentle Giant. This is from The Mandalorian. He actually, if you guys saw the last episode of The Mandalorian, he played a big role with his son, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Spoilers, bro.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm not. There was a
Spoilers,
big.
yeah.
There was a really, listen. There was a really big spoiler that I'm not even gonna talk about. That I was excited
It's been a few days.
to see, but yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
It's only been one day. What are you talking about? It's been a few days.
It has been one day.
That was yesterday.
I'm losing my sense of time.
Damn,
I don't
dude.
know.
Come back to the present, Josh. Come on.
My
Yeah.
bad.
But these are little mini bus guys. If you like them, I think they do a good job with these guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I
they're
got
neat.
another
So,
one that you were talking about. This guy.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
look at that, yeah.
that's one of Jabba's guys. Forgot the hell what they're called.
Marine
Marine
guards,
guard?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like he
Um,
just saw something that he wasn't supposed to. Got an expression on his face, man.
Listen, but these are cool. He said, "Damn it, Miguel." Just kidding. Nah, listen, these are cool because again, this is characters you don't really see. So like I always appreciate characters
Yeah.
that you don't really see a lot of. But I like this too. Another mini bust from Gentle Giant.
Okay, this is the Book of Boba Fett. That's
Yeah.
what this is. So these are one of his
Mhm.
Boba Fett's guards. So yeah, you never see anything like this. I mean, Hot Toys hasn't done this yet. Surprisingly.
No.
Not yet.
So here we go. I seen when it also did the thing with so and so did that other thing.
That's how memorable it was, single songwriter, right?
Chantel, I don't know if this is true, but what about the Power Rangers tease for Rita Repulsa? Isn't there a Rita Repulsa for Iron Studios? I think there is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah. But listen, guys. So
Peter,
our guest,
double dipping,
our
double
guest
dipping
is
between
here,
frames.
guys. So let me let's remove this guy from the screen, and I want you guys to welcome my guy Jon Bailey to ToyQuest101 Collectors Assemble Live. And look at you, bro.
Hey.
Yo, well, first off, guys, Jon Bailey was on the show years ago where me and my daughter interviewed him, and it was awesome, right? But my guy is looking like a totally different man He has lost so much weight. Look at that handsome fella in there, man. What's up, John?
What's up, man?
This is John 3.0, bro.
Yo, what?
Congratulations, man.
4.0, I guess.
Or 4.0, excuse me.
Dude, you look great, man. I'm happy to
Thanks,
have
man.
you here, man. Obviously, huge fan of yours. You've done so
Sorry,
much.
I already have a girlfriend, Miguel. I'm sorry, man.
Nah, I know. I tried last time and I failed. So. But listen,
Sorry, Mario.
I'm excited to have you on, man. Everybody's
Appreciate
been kind of anticipating you being on today. So I appreciate you, man. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, just in case we got some people in the audience that don't know who you are. But yeah.
My name is Optimus Prime, and I am the leader of the Autobots.
Awesome.
Bro, you almost made me choke.
Yeah, I saw that.
Our Professoro has choked upon his beverage. Let's open up the Allbeard to save the Autobots.
Yo, let's go. Dude, we talk about his beer all the time. That's so funny you said that.
So my name is Jon Bailey, obviously, as you can see there, that way. My name. I'm a voice actor. I've been doing this for 15 years professionally, and I've done a little bit of everything. I've done the voices for some toys. I've done the voices for lots of commercials, TV shows, movies, little bit of everything, anime, some cartoons. There's some really cool stuff coming that I can't talk about yet, but yeah, a little bit.
Or can you?
All of the things.
Or can you?
I mean, I can't. I mean, technically, you can do anything once.
Listen, hold on. I hate doing
Well,
this.
hello, Miguel.
Boom, there we go. That's the one I wanted. All right. Listen, man, you've done a lot in your career, so I know my panel's got a lot of questions for you, man. But like before we start, man, what you been up to? What's been new in the world of Jon Bailey?
Well, without breaking non-disclosure agreement,
Yeah,
I can tell you that I can tell you that I've been working for Hasbro, I've worked for Paramount, I've worked for Marvel, Disney, and Lego recently. So all those are really cool.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I could imagine.
Wow.
could imagine. Listen, man, I'm excited because we also have a segment today. We have a segment called Collectors. Community Inbox, where we have our viewers send in a message to the show, and they could vent, they could talk about a topic, and somebody actually called you out on something. Not bad, but good. But they're gonna make us go down a rabbit hole. We're gonna do that a little later. But I'm gonna start with the panel, man. Josh, I know you got a couple questions. Why don't you start with what you got for our guests?
Well, first things first. Can you do a good Robert Downey Jr.?
I mean, I don't know. Can I do it? I mean, this guy's playing Gabba. He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. I am Iron Man. It's like you don't know that I'm a professional over here. Although if you take that voice and you make it a little bit higher and you take your pinky to your face, hello, Mr. Powers.
There it is.
It's
There
Dr.
it is.
Evil.
There it is.
But out of all the characters you've learned to voice, who's been your favorite?
It's still Optimus Prime. I mean, it's a
Optimus Prime.
close tie now between Ryan Reynolds and Optimus Prime, but it's not one specific thing for Ryan Reynolds' voice. He does a lot of characters, and I happen to do a very good sound alike for him, so I book Ryan Reynolds' voice a lot. But there's not one specific one thing that Ryan does that I'm just like, that. But Optimus Prime is the thing that I do frequently. And for several years now, and it's just he's always been one of my favorite characters. He's not even my favorite Transformer. I know, don't tell him that. He's not even my favorite Transformer, but he is he's my all-time favorite voice of any character of all time. It's just I freaking love that voice, and Keith David's voice from Gargoyles, Goliath's voice,
Okay,
neck and neck, or Spawn if you're a little bit older.
Oh yeah, that's
Keith
Yep.
David's got an amazing voice. I mean, his username on social media is Silver Throat for a reason.
Don't mind.
You're right.
But yeah, Optimus Prime's always been my favorite. My favorite Transformers character is Shockwave and Soundwave, by the way. Optimus Prime's
Oh,
still.
nice.
Shockwave and Soundwave, they kind of tie for me, and I've voiced all three of my. I've checked off a few off my list. I've added Hot Rod to my list for a mobile game. So there's I've literally done almost every single one of my favorite characters' voices for something at some point now.
Yeah, didn't you do Soundwave in the? Did you do Soundwave in the Bumblebee?
I've done Soundwave for multiple projects. I can't say all of them, but some mobile games and for the Bumblebee movie, and yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
is there a character that you really want to learn but you haven't been able to like master it yet?
Well, I mean, it's not about learning a character. It's just more about booking a character. You just have to be a good voice actor to book a character because they're
I
not
don't even know
looking
how you do
for.
it, man.
Well, they're not looking for a Kevin Conroy sound-alike because Kevin Conroy's no longer here. They're just looking for Batman. And I've auditioned for Batman a few times. I would love to book Batman or any DC character, and so far I haven't. That's not happened for me. But I'm gonna keep trying because I love DC stuff, and as much as I love Marvel stuff, I've booked Marvel stuff now, so I want to book some DC stuff now.
Hell yeah.
Can we hear your Batman?
I don't know if you can handle my Batman because I am vengeance from the night. I am Batman.
Game over. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, man.
we got a
go
question
change,
from the chats. This is probably a deep question. How does one get into the voice biz?
That's not a deep question. I get that question like half a dozen times a day, sometimes a dozen times a day. Everybody gets into voiceover business differently, and I'll give you the best shortest answer would be to go to iwanttobeavoiceactor.com, which I'm typing in the chat right now, so you can copy and paste to everybody else.
Hell yeah.
That was made by the incredible D. Bradley Baker, and if you don't know who D. Bradley Baker is, pick any clone in Clone Wars or Bad Batch, and they're all D. Bradley Baker. He's all the creatures as well. So he's got tons of experience. He's the voices of your favorite furry, cute things in Avatar. You probably didn't know that was a human. He's just that good. Yeah, he's just that good. So D has got decades of experience, and he finally did what all of us didn't feel like doing because we just get asked this over and over again. And he just like put all that brand new, like, what do I do? How do you get into the voiceover business? They just throw all that information out on the website. So that's the fast answer.
Oh yeah.
Being a voice actor, how often do you sing a song as a different character?
Yo,
that's
actually,
harsh.
I mean, I know it's funny, but that's actually a decent question. In fact, that was a good enough question that when I did a coaching session with Rob Paulson, who you guys would know as Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron and a bunch of other characters, and I got to work with him on Animaniacs, that was awesome for me because I loved Animaniacs growing up to book that cartoon. You know, that was like double cool because it's a cartoon and it's one I grew up on. But he was like, that's a good question. Some characters you may not be able to sing in, so you need to make sure that if the show, project, whatever requires the character to sing, make sure you can sing in that voice, or else they'll have to get somebody else. So that's been a big factor for me. As I've been a few times where I had an audition for a character, and then when I noticed that it required singing, I tried singing in the voice that I was going to do it, and I'm like, no, that doesn't work. They don't sound like the same character anymore. So I had to adjust accordingly. So yeah, that's actually a decent professional question.
That is a good question.
Interesting. Yeah.
And
they're all laughing. Now they're all like, yeah, that was great. Earlier they're like, oh, laughing at characters.
No. Arch is our resident troll. And I mean that with all my heart. He's a good guy, but he says some funny stuff sometimes. But
what's wrong with a troll, eh?
He's a good dude. Listen, so we've had Rob Paulson on the show before. My favorite thing when I was in school was that I actually learned, it was a long time ago, the
Nations of the World.
Yes.
Brought to you by Yakko Warner.
Yes. Oh my God, that was my favorite.
Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. Yeah, I know y'all did.
Yo, bro, he still knows it, and he'll like.
Oh yeah, no, he's updated it. He's updated it. If you ever go to any one of their live musical performances, he's added all the other countries in since then. So it's an
crazy
list.
It's crazy. All right.
Awesome.
What else you got?
What's the most difficult voice you do?
Oh,
Or have you done?
The most difficult
voices
to do are always the creature voices, because there's a lot of monsters and things that require parts of my face and voice that I didn't know existed until today. Like I did one this morning. I was like, I didn't know I could do that. All right, that's cool. I think I did a creature without even opening my mouth, and it sounded really cool. And I saw their faces were like, that sounded cool. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna add that one to the list of things I can do that I didn't know I could do. But just doing things certain way, it's very easy to hurt yourself if you don't know what to use in your instrument in order to create those sounds, and you do it wrong, you can hurt yourself and sound hoarse like I do. So I've gotten it used to be the same way with screaming, because in video games especially, there's a lot of attacking, being attacked, dying, and celebrating in victory because you won the battle. So there's those four very they call, I forget what they're called efforts, but they have a very specific battle cries is like a term that they use for like the victory or defeat. But those can be very vocally stressful if you give full voice when you do a scream. And I won't do one without blowing out my microphone. But there's a big difference between a real scream that uses your full voice and a fake scream that just kind of uses the air to flow over your vocal cords and sounds like somebody screaming full voice. So you get used to doing it. You just have to learn how to do things to where they don't hurt. If they hurt, you're doing it wrong. Just because it sounds cool doesn't mean you should hurt yourself, because people can do serious permanent damage.
Okay. So you took singing lessons to control your voice?
I think I didn't take singing lessons to control my voice. I took those because that was school growing up. You took music because everybody took music. If you had any ability at all, they threw you in music. But I'm grateful for that, because a lot of things I learned in music class, music theory alone, without actually doing any singing or playing any instruments or anything like that, music theory alone, learning what certain terms were and what they mean, like staccato, bravado, tempo, pitch, all those things apply directly to voiceover as well. And if you think about it, the way we talk is just like the notes on a music page. They go up and down, and you can see them, and then you start to notice there's a pattern there, and you can write your own song whenever you're performing, when you're coming up with a character or you're auditioning for something. So yeah, music helped, but I didn't take it for this specifically. I just kind of connected the dots once I started doing the job, and like, oh, all that stuff I learned in music, I could use that in this.
Cool.
I love the way you explained that. 'Cause that's really similar to what I was for about 10 years. I was touring in a metal band, so I did all the screaming stuff. So that's pretty much what you described is exactly the same way I have to do it with that. So it's kind of cool. They kind of.
Well, I'm gonna pimp out my homie real quick. Michael Schwalbe used to be a metal singer, and he moved into voiceover, and that was one of the things that he got very good at was creature voices, because he had iron lungs and pipes, but he also learned how to spare his voice and still sound like he was doing full metal, as it were.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. Now I know we got some gamers in the building. Anthony, I know you recognize him from a game, right?
Oh, I mean, among other things, but I'm probably the only one, huh? Probably. I'll just say I've spent probably like 3,000, an unhealthy amount of hours playing XCOM.
I was gonna say, we are disappointed in your performance, Commander. But I knew it was gonna be XCOM. I should have said something sooner. Now it's gonna look like I just did it because he already said it. But I was like,
no, dude.
Because XCOM's addictive. I played through and I got freaking hooked, because you get hooked on your characters. You build them up, and they die one time and they're gone. That was the first game to do that. They don't respawn, and you just nope, they're dead. You have to go back.
Yeah, man.
And if you didn't
play like on
save,
Iron Man mode, so it's like no save.
Oh,
you're screwed.
Iron Man, you're screwed if they die.
Oh,
you have to be willing to sacrifice your men.
Yeah, but then like if you did horrible, like I don't remember what you said, but like at the end of the month, you're like
disappointed in your performance, Commander.
Yeah, you get like an F. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I love that game. Dude.
I thought you were gonna do a deep pull or something like, man, I loved you as Rush the Dog in Mega Man 11.
Oh gosh. I didn't even play 11.
Shortest voiceover I think I ever did. I barked 3 times and they said that's good. And you have to call Rush throughout the game to help you like get to places. I'm like, man, I'm all in this game. And I'm also Torchman with one of the levels. That's one of the few games where you don't have to play through level 1 through 8. You can literally just pick any level and play.
That's kind of funny, man. So that was your easiest paycheck, you would say? For the dog?
Well, I mean, I booked Torchman, and he was like, "Well, while you're here, can you do a dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So, I mean, but I do have an answer to this question, because a lot of people have asked me over the years, like, "What's your favorite voiceover job to do in the industry?" And I used to have an answer, but then I changed it. I used to say, it was animation, because it was just like my lifelong dream, blah blah blah. Or if it was a video game, but something character related, and I came up with a new one. It's when you get booked for a job and it gets canceled and you get paid anyway. And you just have like the rest of the day free to do whatever you want, because
that's pretty good too.
Works out good when you have a Universal Studios pass.
Bro, I follow you on social media. I've been seeing you like at premieres. I've been seeing you at
I gotta correct you though, or they're either screenings, or they're just events. I don't actually make it to I don't know what's up, internet, but you need to contact Marvel and contact these companies. Why am I not getting these screenings? Is it because I don't crap up on your movies or say anything about your movies on the internet? Because I'm the voice of Honest Trailers. I can sway them to be nicer to your movies if you just let me come to the freaking red carpets.
This is true.
And why? I mean, do I have to be a hot cosplayer in order to get on there? Do I have to take my shirt off? Is that what it is?
I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this and tag them.
Someone's gonna take.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna clip this and tag them.
You know what? It's fine. I'd rather be the one walking the red carpet than be the one that just gets invited to the event to watch it or whatever. It's gonna be me one day. You guys are gonna wish. Like we wish we invited Jon Bailey back in the day. Now he's a super mega star.
All right,
I'll never crap talk about Wolverine because I will always love Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, yo, he does these. He used to do these swap out, like face swap outs with Ryan Reynolds, and
I still do. Just haven't posted in a while because the algorithm doesn't like them.
Oh, I love them. I thought they were hilarious.
They still are. That's why I'm going to keep making them.
They're the best. They are the best.
The reason why I don't make them as often is because I had an app that allowed me to do it, and the app it tanked after like 2 years. It's gone.
Oh, they stopped doing it.
So now I have a deepfake guy. I know I become the guy that's like, I got a guy. Yes, I do. I got a guy that does things. So he's not an app, so he can't his turnaround time is not going to be like immediate like it used to be. Like I used to have to wait 5 to 10 minutes and boom, video done. But there was a lot of cons to these pros. I mean, it was the pros is that they had a very cool list of celebrities, a lot of which I could do voices that were like. The cons were that you could only do 15 seconds at a time. And, that made it, and it took like 5 minutes to render it because it didn't go through the app. It sent it off to a bank of computers somewhere, deep faked it for you, and then sent it back to you. So it's like, it was a weird, I was like, yeah, I don't know how this, and the business model was insane. Like they were wanting to charge people like $7.99 a week or something. I'm like, a week? Good grief. I mean, there's not enough people out there that would want to use this technology for, especially like me. I'd either use it per use or give it like a monthly subscription or something more affordable.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, weekly. Wow.
All right, here we go.
Get rid of if we pay and get rid of that watermark.
I know.
Or there's something big coming to theaters that you can hint without crossing the NDA ? Just a hint or 2 or 3. Winky face.
I read it exactly the way that you wrote it.
Dude, I think that's what we should do. Every comment I highlight that's a question for you, you should just voice it.
I already said all I can say. All I said was that I'm working for Marvel and Hasbro Paramount and Lego, and that's some of the cool clients that I'm working for right now. And that's literally the limit of what I can say.
Listen, once it goes live, I'm probably gonna announce it anyway. So we'll hear.
You can hear me. You can hear me in theaters right now. If you go see Scream, you can hear me in the Dungeons and Dragons trailers that plays before Scream right now.
Oh,
yes. I can't wait to see that movie.
John, I got a question for you, bro. John,
Dungeons and Dragons is probably good.
Have you ever pranked anybody in the drive-thru? Like go through the drive-thru window and order like one of your voices? I know you've done that like a million times.
I feel like
right?
I need to give you a Mark Hamill moment right now. Like, wait.
That's easy.
I got one better. I got one better. I gotta go do the J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
You serious?
What's been like one of your favorite reactions then, bro? I mean, what have you done?
You know what? The funniest reactions I can't say because it would sound like I'm being racist because I called a Chinese restaurant and I can't say what she said because it would sound like I'm making fun of her. But yeah, I'll just tell you the punchline. The punchline is that the Dragon Concourse does have Energon sauce, apparently, if Optimus Prime orders it.
Oh, no.
I mean, they said, yeah, okay, so I never did get it. But
dude, if I had the talent that you had, I would be messing with everybody, bro.
I don't like to use my talents for evil. I like to use them for good.
Yeah, right.
Here we go. Here's another one for you. I'll let you read it.
As a voice actor, do you ever do a voice so long you forget what your real voice is? Like whenever Mike Myers speaks, all I hear is Dr. Evil.
No, that's just Michael Myers talking in his normal voice.
It is.
Michael Myers just kind of sounds like this because the Canadians, they go up at the end of the sentence until they're actually done talking. Because when they go down, that means it's your turn. That's how he's. And Dr. Evil is clearly Canadian. But he has a lot of lirt in his mouth. So yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same voice. Payment stuff is all based on client It's based on what it's going to be used for, like how long it's going to be used, where it's going to be used. For example, a lot of people tell I hear this one a lot, and it's almost like an insult. Like, you know what you don't hear anymore? You don't hear movie trailer voices in movie trailers. Yeah, you do. You just don't realize where you're hearing them. You don't hear them in the theaters as much, but it's always been that way. They used to be in every trailer, but where you hear the most movie trailer voices is on television and on Spotify and on the radio and on YouTube and on the little clips that are on TikTok and Instagram. That breaks down to what's called a campaign. So you may not book one trailer, or you may book a campaign of trailers. You may book just what, for example, Dungeons and Dragons, I've heard 3 different voices, including mine, working for Dungeons and Dragons. But for Iron Man 1, for example, I got a piece of hair in my mouth. Stupid cat. I use Iron Man 1 as a good example because Ashton Smith is one of the voiceovers guys that's considered one of the epic movie trailer voices. And he's kind of been the number one guy since Don LaFontaine, who was the original In a World guy that you heard in like Terminators and all the old school movie trailers. And you can always tell Ashton Smith's voice because it goes down at the end of every sentence. So you know it's that guy when you hear it. Well, when he booked Iron Man, not only did he book the trailers in the theater where all he had to say was Iron Man, rated PG-13, or coming soon, or in theaters, or it was just a little tiny tag at the end. It wasn't voiceover all the way through. But then he also booked all the trailers that came on television, which was, I would say, at least 50 or so, because anytime I booked a campaign, it's been anywhere from 27 to 57. And it's internet ads and radio ads and internet radio ads, because there's XM radio, or Sirius radio, whatever. And there's other Spotify, and there's other places where you can listen to music where they still have ads and pre-roll ads on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. And then he also booked the Snickers commercial and the Taco Bell commercial and the McDonald's commercial and the car commercial that all went along with the Iron Man campaign. Now, those commercials were national spots, and they were SAG. So that means that they paid SAG's, at least SAG scale, which knowing his rate was probably more than that. But he also got residuals for all those as well. So movie trailers, normally you don't get residuals for, but commercials you do. So however long that stuff played, he made a really good chunk of money off of a thing that a lot of people go, oh, you know what, you don't hear anymore? Movie trailer voices. Yeah, you do, because these guys are still making millions of dollars doing them. Yeah. You just don't realize where you're hearing them the most. You're hearing them on television. You're hearing them other places. You're just not hearing them in theaters as much. And with the only exception being, you hear them in family-friendly, kid movies, and you hear them in comedy movies. Otherwise, the only time you'll hear them in any other kind of film is usually the title and or the rating at the very end. But that's the truth. You just probably didn't pay attention. Now it's the more you know.
Oh man, let's see what else we got. The chats are blowing up with questions here. Here we go.
I've never used my voice to get a free drink, but I have. Well, you know what? I have to change my answer now. I was not trying to get anything for free. I'll just say that. But I was in line, and I was all St. Patrick's Day'd up, and these 2 guys in front of me, I could tell were wasted. I just kind of wanted to see what they had, and I started doing my Irish accent for them because I'd been watching a lot of Preacher lately, and my girlfriend's favorite character is Cassidy. So he's been doing a lot of Irish. He was, and these guys, they were not being a particular bad gobshite, So I was just talking it up just chatting up with my boys, and he legit thought I was Irish, and he goes, "Wait, are you really Irish?" I was like, "No, I'm just a voice actor." And they both just started cracking up laughing, and they're like, "Dude, you just made our night. Can I buy you something?" I'm like, "Sure, you can buy me." I was gonna get something for my girlfriend. He's like, "I'm just gonna get you 2 or something." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I didn't do it for the purpose of getting something for free. But I got something for free by messing around with people in the voice. But I did one time, maybe twice. I did use social media. There was a food truck outside of the barcade where I frequent, and I went up and I was like, I have over 100,000 followers on social media on Instagram alone. Mm-hmm. If you want me to throw you up in a story, and maybe you could knock a few bucks off the food. Where she's like, you know what? I got you. She made me a custom nacho. I kid you not, it was the size of a steering wheel, and gave it to me for free. And all I had to do was tag them on social media. I couldn't believe that actually worked. I'd never been given anything free for being famous before. And one time it worked at Disneyland, where he was like, "Hey, are you Epic voice guy?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." I said, "I don't suppose that'll help get me through the." He's like, I'll fast pass you through the line. I'm like, oh, and it's a good thing too because Spider-Man not freaking worth it. Not worth a 90-minute wait. No, it is freaking not.
I was gonna say Disneyland. You say okay, all right.
Yo, Mario's a big
Did
Disney
work.
guy.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the frequent park goer.
Here we go.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would if I
practically
could
live
afford
there.
it.
Do you keep count to the amount of voices? I guess he's asking, do you know how many voices?
No,
you can actually do?
I rather haughtily used to have my Skype name as Man of 1,000 Voices, and my older brother, it was like, that's Mel Blanc's like name. I'm like, no, I didn't know that, or else I would have, So no, I tried to actually come up with 1,000 so I could say, well, it's literally 1,000 because I did. These are all the ones I wrote them all down. I got into the 700 range and just kind of I got too busy to keep counting anymore. But I was counting like characters. I was counting actual like politicians, stars, whatever, anything I could do it sounded like for, and writing it. And that was my very liberal interpretation of how good I was at the time. Now I know better, but anytime I book one, I do add that to my list. And I'd say of the ones I've booked, yeah, probably a couple hundred.
Wow, that's insane. I got a question.
But, I mean,
for you.
it's 15 years of experience too. I've been doing this for 15 years now.
Oh, this is a deep question. What do you think about AI?
So I have seen something recently, and I'm not surprised this question came up because I had the same exact question.
Really?
A lot of what I do is called ADR for a film and for television, and combined with what they can do with voiceover AI and what they can do with deepfake facial technology, they no longer even have to reshoot a scene. They can change a movie trailer scene to something PG-13, so it gets a green band trailer, for example, by deepfaking the actor's face and having them come in and record the line, and it automatically changes the mouth to say the new words. So it doesn't look bad. Yeah.
Oh,
actually
yeah?
saw a sample of this done and out there. And it won't get long. It won't be long. I don't think it'll be long before there actually has software good enough where an actor's voice, you watch, you'll probably be knocked into your contract. Can we use your voice so that way they can make a bank of what they recorded and they can just deep fake your own voice. I mean, AI deep fake, but same technology. They can do the voice and the face to do what I do for a living, and they won't need somebody with my skills anymore. But I still think that won't apply to animation and anime. That'll still have to be done the old school fashioned way, but motion capture also that won't change much. But I think that specifically, I feel like the union will probably try to protect people like me, but I still think it's faster and easier to have somebody like me do it because I don't hear the voiceover technology and AI being so good. I mean, it's funny because it's so bad. If you ever listen to any of the Joe Biden headshot scope 360, Clinton, you need to get your butt off your mom last night. And it's like, you can tell it's like super bad AI, but it's funny. And I can see people doing that and they're like deep faking mouths to like say what they're saying. And they've got the AI voice to go with it. But right now it's just content level stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
I see one thing. I see it replacing one of my jobs, which is people using it for temporary scratch voiceover. Because in other words, if they're making an animated film with Ryan Reynolds, for example, I do that voice a lot. Instead of having me do it, they've got so much of Ryan's voice already on soundboards that they could have an AI temp audio track throughout the entire film without hiring somebody like me to do it. But they're also canceling out the ability to improvise and do the other things that I can do in the booth that Ryan also would probably be able to do as well by having them only say exactly what's in the script. And it would be very, very like robotic. It wouldn't sound very realistic. And I think that until AI is good enough to capture the human performance level where it sounds so real that it sounds like a person that like you can't tell where the edits are. And unfortunately, AI still sounds pretty robotic. Like it sounds like a human voice, but it doesn't have a smooth flow to it. It doesn't sound believably realistic. But it will be there. You mark my words. It'll be there within 3 to 5 years, I think. I've heard people saying that it's not a problem. It's not a big deal. People will work around it, whatever. But I feel like it's going to get to the point where people won't be able to believe what they see on the screens anymore. Because it'll be too much of it will be fake what they hear, fake what they see.
Well, that's what I was thinking about, like with Vader, for example, like what they did in Obi-Wan.
Well, they've probably hired, most likely, they've hired a new guy or they bought the rights to his voice so they can do their own. But if you remember, Jabba the Hutt's been voiced by an AI for years.
Mm.
If you notice, Jabba the Hutt, Phantom Menace, he's credited as Jabba the Hutt. That was a computer voice. You guys didn't know that, did you? Oh, look at you, fake nerds. Posers?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Posers. None of you guys even knew that.
Behind me, owe me shit.
No, I didn't know that.
Mario, that was you. You're the Star Wars guy.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
Mario, you failed, man, not me.
I know.
Shame.
But we're talking the Phantom Menace. I mean, really? Or does it matter?
I just said since. I said since the Phantom Menace. He's literally credited as himself because he's been a computerized voice. But so that fake voice technology has been around for a minute. Works better for computer voices and for monsters and creature voices, but I don't think it's not ready to replace us just yet. But I feel like my job's in jeopardy at some point.
Well, we
Bro,
hope
have you done? I remember watching a review you did a long time ago about I think it was a Marvel Legends store in Chris Hemsworth's voice, or was it Diamond Select or something like that. Do you ever do that anymore or anything like that?
Yeah, I've
like
done Chris's voice for stuff. I just not allowed to talk about it.
No, I'm just talking about in general, like any toy reviews and like the actor's voice or anything like that for your channel.
I still planned on doing those again, but doing them for YouTube Shorts. I've been so freaking busy. I mean, between building my blanket fort with my girlfriend and doing voiceover jobs, I had just been, you think I'm joking with my blanket fort's like right there. It's like,
oh shit.
So no, I mean normally like that only took us like 10 minutes. Normally it's crazy busy. I'm doing this or I'm doing a show or I'm doing a thing or I'm at a studio or I'm driving in between places or I'm doing a lot.
Listen, and that's another thing, guys. Make sure to follow him, guys. You could find him basically
Epic voice guy across the friggin' board.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please do Optimus again.
My man Big Brother wants to hear it.
Oh yeah, Big Brett is in the chat. What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
Somebody needs to put some Linkin Park to this.
With the Allspark gone, we can no longer return life to our planet. But fate has yielded its reward, a new world to call home. We live among its people now, hiding in plain sight, but watching over them in secret, waiting, protecting. I have witnessed their capacity for courage, and though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Yo, let's
That is awesome.
Dude,
You made my day.
Bro, I got
Hell yeah, man.
goosebumps, son. Yo, that is freaking awesome.
was
Like, there's
badass.
so many questions too.
Yep.
Listen, there's a lot of questions. I'm trying to get to it, but man, I got goosebumps every time, bro. That's freaking insane.
Yeah, man, I got him too.
Dude, it's crazy.
I
It's
did. That
crazy.
was dope. That was badass, man.
That is badass.
Yeah, that was badass.
All right, here's another one for you. There's Arch again. When you're doing a voice for a movie show, is it helpful or offensive when they ask you to sound like another voice actor?
No, that's actually pretty common. When you're doing voices for ADR, that's literally the reason why you're there. Sometimes you're just doing voices for the background for a TV show or movie, but sometimes you're specifically filling in for actors. That's totally normal.
All right. Let's see. Josh, you got any more questions on yours before
That's pretty much all answered for me.
All right. Let's see.
Do you enjoy doing voiceover more for games or shows, or is it all the same? I think my favorite thing is probably still shows, because doing the voice for shows, especially if I'm a main character or even just any character in a show, is more of a resume worthy thing than a game, because most likely in a game, unless you're the prime or like a favorite character, like the main playable character or a main character in a show, like Mass Effect had like a cast. But usually in a video game, it's just like I'm going to be, most likely 3 NPCs somewhere in the game, which is cool. Like, I've worked on some big titles. I worked on XCOM 1 Game of the Year, God of War 4 1 Game of the Year. So I've worked on some pretty big games, but it's like, yeah, but I was just an NPC in the background. It's still cool. That's great and all. And it's great for a demo, and it's, great to play the game and you hear yourself and you get good paycheck. But if you're in a show, especially if you're recurring or a regular character, your voice is going to be there a lot. And you have more of a chance, like on the current thing I'm working on, to show them what you can do, and then have you do other characters and other creatures, other whatever in the background and, additional stuff. that can really lead to some really cool stuff later on. It can get you booked for more shows. It can be more stuff for your demos. It can be more stuff for getting booked on conventions, whatever. It can also be pretty big for your social media as well.
I love God of War. It was such a great game.
Still is. I mean, it was so good they basically just made it and released it again.
Dude, I know.
Just like The Last of Us.
Pretty much. If it ain't broke.
Hey, I got a question for you. Are you excited that Ryan Reynolds got Wolverine or Hugh Jackman back on?
You kidding me? Have you not been watching my social media?
I
was
have,
ready for that
that's why
stuff.
I'm
I was ready
asking.
for that a long time. I had stuff locked and loaded in those Deadpool guns and ready to freaking. As soon as he made the announcement, I just like dropped like 3 videos immediately. I've had 2 of those videos get over 12 million views.
I saw that.
So yeah, I mean, I was ready for this. I knew this was gonna. I knew that's why they were doing the whole fake internet, bro rivalry thing. I knew that was coming. I knew that like all they really had to do was even wave the money hard enough, and he would have been like, "Yeah, I'll fucking do it." So I kind of figured it wasn't that I worked on it and I had inside information. It's just like those people that are really good at the stock market. Like sometimes you just know a sure thing's a sure thing. I'm like, come on, they're not gonna not do it. They have to do it. And even if they don't do it, they probably at least make us think that they're going to do it. Even if he's just a cameo in the thing. I still had Wolverine and Deadpool stuff ready to go. I still got a whole lot more. In fact, my one of my Wolverine guys is going to be at a show with me this weekend at WonderCon. So
Nice.
in the LA area, WonderCon, hit me up. I'll have a table out there with Tony. I'll probably do Deadpool maybe one day, but I'm a little out of shape right now, so Deadpool's kind of.
My sponsor Todd from Spec Fiction Collectibles has a booth out there, so I'll probably have him go by you for sure.
Yeah, I might be out there Saturday as well, man.
Oh, there you go. You're gonna meet Mario.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Come by, say hi, man.
Check him out.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I'm excited to see that. But I know you also met Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah, we met. We did a commercial together. That was really cool. I don't think that would have happened if I hadn't done social media. I don't think that had anything to do with anything else other than that. It's just that I think that. So here's what I think happened. I think that when I did the honest trailer with Deadpool or for Deadpool for Screen Junkies, they had reached out to his people and said this is what, and he's like, yeah, we kind of borrowed that format for the opening sequence of Deadpool anyway, so it'd be really meta to have Deadpool do the thing. But he was in Europe at the time, working on another film, so he recorded from there and I recorded from home, and that was kind of the first time that he kind of knew who I was based on what he had heard. And then I had booked Hitman's Bodyguard just because I booked it through Audition, and he knew who that was because he'd worked on the Deadpool Honest trailer. So when he was posted out to social media, he actually added in #Epic Voice Guy. It was like, oh, he knows who that is. He didn't add me. If he'd added me, I'd been set. But he knew who that was. So when I started doing Ryan Reynolds, voiceover funny spoof stuff, it kind of blew up on the internet, and the Maximum Effort reached out to me. And they reached out through my agency. They didn't reach out to me directly. And they said, hey, we have a couple ideas. And then one they ran by me was, the voice of Ryan being replaced by somebody who sounds like him but doesn't look anything like him. And I thought it was funny because I was like 283 pounds at the time. And it's like, of course, it's because we look so much alike. I thought that was the joke. It was like, he's short and heavy and he's skinny and good looking. And it was like, okay, I see what they're doing. But then I get there and it's like the movie Epic Voice Guy. It's like, oh, they wanted me to do the trailer thing. And they had another guy gonna do the Ryan Reynolds thing. I was like, okay, no big deal. So when I was there, I told the directors, like, I do Ryan sound like professionally, like a legit. I do a lot of his voice sound like stuff. He's like, really? Does Ryan know that? Because he loves that kind of stuff. I was like, I'm pretty sure he knows. He's like, well, you should tell him when you're up there. So when I went up there and I said that, and I told him, he's like, oh yeah, no, I know you do. I was like, okay, cool. So he had the idea. The original script was much more like the old Don LaFontaine commercial for Geico, where it's like, in a world where a car was totally underwater. It was more like that kind of gag. And at the end of it, he had the idea, like we had a weird like Professor Xavier conversation with the director and him and me. He's like, hey, take this line and put this line here, put this after mine. He's like, you know what? And the director's like, oh no, I see what you're doing. He looked just like Johnny. I was like, oh, I understand. And then we just did it raw. And his reaction in the commercial, that's his legit, like, holy crap, that voice came out of his face hole. And then I added in the, right now you can get a new free phone with a new plan in 6 months, whatever the line was. And the room just, as soon as he yelled cut, the room blew up. Nobody knew that I could do that. Nobody else in there knew me for anything other than the movie trailer voice. He's like, dude, if the internet does what that did, that's the one we're freaking going with. So that kind of showed him what I could do. And we were done in 20 minutes. I barely got to say hi to him. I barely got to talk to him. We had one really cool picture that was grabbed by the guy with a camera from 1996. I didn't think they still made those kind of cameras anymore. It's like the old school Peter Parker cameras. So I guess they still use digital media. I didn't know. But yeah, it was really cool. And then he followed me on the internet for a while, and then he kind of like stopped following me on all socials. I think he may have unfollowed a lot of people and just whittled it down to a couple people. So I don't know that. I don't know if I did anything wrong or not. I did reach him. Maximum Effort still like communicated with me a couple of times through socials, and they hadn't seemed upset or anything. So hopefully I'm cool. I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds. It feels like it'd be really hard to offend. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Listen,
so yeah, it was really cool, man.
That created a core memory. What do you think your favorite thing that's happened in your career, like the highlight of your career? What do you think? I know that's hard because you got
a lot of highlights.
I mean, it
was probably the day that I found out that I was going to be the final voices in the movie for Shockwave and Soundwave and Bumblebee, because they're my favorite two characters, and it's like the best Transformers movie we've gotten so far. I'm not just because I'm in it. I just think it's amazing.
Nice.
Am I happy that Blitzwing's not a triple changer? No, but that's about it.
All right. Here we go. Here's another question for you. As a voice actor, who's
wait. You want me to read this in the voice that I hear in my conscience?
Go for it.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm going to read this in the voice that I hear in my conscience. Because, by the way, a lot of people don't realize this. You can pick the voice in your head. A lot of people just, oh, yeah, that's normally hear me. But as a voice actor, whose voice do you hear as your conscience? Well, I first met my voice in 1942 in Shawshank Prison. That's right. He's got the voice of Morgan Freeman in his head all the time.
Yeah. You got problems. You got serious problems. You got
problems. Bro, that's awesome, dude. I love it. But I think we all do the same thing, right? So like for me, when I see Wolverine in the comic book, I hear Cal Dot. Like that's my Wolverine. He says I usually hear Kevin Conroy as Batman when he sees Batman. So I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of can't think of any other voice. When I think of Batman, I think of Kevin Conroy's voice.
Same.
So yeah, I get it when people are like, anytime they read anything I write on the internet, they're like, I heard that in your Epic. I'm like, yeah, well, that's the one you know me for the most, so I get it. I can't wait till it's my own character one day, and it's not like, you know.
This is Arch again with his guy's crazy.
Arch, you should come on.
I have to read this. I have to read this comment. I think AI is going to replace me in the bedroom. My wife already asked me to do voices of different actors.
Mark actually kind of sounds like that. That's the funny thing.
Dude,
have you done a show just you doing all the voices?
Have I ever done a show where I did all the voices?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I make my own content and I literally do all the voices of my own stuff, unless I need it. You know, sometimes I'll get a guest voice or something, but it's been a minute since I really needed to do any of that kind of stuff. It's just, yeah, it's kind of busy.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He got to bounce, but was really cool. Something. He went too fast. That day we lost the comment and it disappeared forever and ever.
That was my fault. Here we go. We get some more.
Hi, John. Which is your favorite voice impression that you do? Well, that's a toughie, but I'd have to say it's a tie between Mr. Ryan Reynolds and his brown pants. And my name is Prime, because that's just the coolest voice of all time.
Nice.
Here's a deep. I do like your username, FBJ, especially the last two. John, I still know you from Screen Junkies back in the day, 2016. Back in the day in 2016. 7 years ago was back in the day now, guys.
Oh my God.
This comment comes from a 10-year-old. Does it feel weird being the only one left? I miss the good old days. What do you mean being the only one left? Most of the writers' team is still there. There's only like 2 guys that are gone. Everybody else was like guests.
Right.
And they're all doing their own. The Black Nerd's still out there doing his own thing. Like all these guys are still doing their own thing. That means it's almost time for me to go.
Oh, how much time you got left?
I got 6 minutes.
All right, so I'm gonna do the community inbox real quick. All right, so again, this is a segment where we have our community call and leave a voice memo and basically say what they want to say. So let's see what we got going on here. Ready?
I was born ready.
Hey guys, caught the podcast last week, and I heard a lot of conversation about who the best Batman was, but I think the real question is who's the best Joker. If it was up to me, I would say it's definitely Joaquin Phoenix, hands down. Joker, can't wait for the next one to coming out. And actually, I think on the next podcast, it's going to be Jon Bailey. So can we get a Joker impression?
Ooh. So last week we
I have to ask, which Joker does he want?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if he did it.
There's a lot of Jokers.
Well, how many can you
Can
do?
we get an
Surprise
homage
us.
of all of them?
Yeah, let's hold on. Let me put you on
Well,
the
I suppose that we went all the way back to the original. We could do the from the 60s Batman, or we could go straight up Jack Nicholson. Where does he get all these wonderful toys? Oh, my very favorite. Can't be too careful with all those weirdos out there. And you know where I got these scars? Let me show you something, Batman. And of course, my mother says I'm awfully funny. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, problem.
I'm not doing Jared Leto for personal reasons.
I'll be doing prank calls all day.
Yo, for real. I would be doing prank calls. So John, so last week somebody called in and said something about Ben Affleck being the best Batman, and like we literally spent like 40 minutes talking about it. It was crazy. People were disagreeing.
This is an easy one. I don't even see how there's a fight. Mark Hamill will always be the quintessential Joker. And no matter what he's been in, Mark Hamill took parts of the 60s Joker and created a new Joker. And every other Joker since then has been a variation of him. It has not been a new Joker. It has been a variation of Mark Hamill's Joker. The closest one that got to the original comic book Joker was Heath Ledger.
Interesting. That's a good take.
Because think about it. Think about it. I was very disappointed in what they did with, because there was a gap. If you remember, how did we end the Batman, the first Batman film of the trilogy? We ended that with him saying, "Got a guy with a calling card. He likes knives." Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
What is Joaquin like? He freaking's gun control, bro. That's not the Joker. So the Detective Joker version, the version that I think we would see in Pattinson's movie, if it wasn't a CW villain at the end of the movie, would have been that version of Joker. That Heath Ledger was more of that comic book, the Detective Comics, the Killing Joke type. You know, he was the only one that wasn't based on the more silly, cartoony 60s campy Batman. That's where Mark Hamill's direction went. Heath Ledger went more of so if you guys are, you guys are bigger nerds than me. Joker in Detective Comics he was a serial killer who cut up prostitutes, if I remember right, and he used knives to carve smiley faces on them, and he would leave a Joker card on them. And that's why the police were looking for them. They couldn't get him, so they finally ended up having to get Batman to help. So that version was really gnarly, and I felt like that was the tone they had in the trilogy, but they don't show what happens between him having that calling card at the end of the first movie and then him actually having to take him on in the second film. But I feel like that version of the Joker is the closest to the comic book version that we will get. And I feel like every other version is just kind of meh. Mark Hamill is still
who was the worst Joker for you?
Jared Leto, hands down. Sorry.
No, fair enough. Yeah,
it's not even hard. I mean, you made him into an Arkham Asylum skin. Like not even the primary one, the DLC. That's all he is. He is a DLC. He's a DC DLC.
Well, I'm gonna put Mario on real quick.
Yeah,
Mario,
2 minutes.
Show 2 minutes. Mario, show your favorite Joker because he's got one right next to him.
You're muted, Mario.
Yeah, Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero.
Hey, right here, man.
Yep.
Romero.
Yep.
All day,
Love that
man.
they included the
Favorite.
painted mustache on the toy. Too.
Oh, dude, yeah. They killed
When
it.
I was a kid, I never even noticed the freaking mustache.
No,
Still blind
wow.
and naive. I was. The reason why I liked Mark Hamill so much is because he was doing a version of Cesar Romero.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, listen, John, I know you got to run one more time. Just let everybody know where they could find you, and also let us know because you just promoted something about doing voiceovers that you have a way for somebody to.
Yeah, you can get me on. You can hire me for little stuff. It's personal projects, $5 for under 25 words. Professional, if you use it in public, it costs a little bit more, but there's a usage fee. Because I've had people, try to get me to do DJ spots for DJ Khaled, and I'm like, dude, that guy's got freaking money. Like, he doesn't need to pay $5. So I've had people try to sneak a commercial in as a personal project or a school project. I'm like, come on, I'm not stupid. But yeah, voicemails and shout outs and notifications for your Twitch stream, stuff like that. $5, no problem. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's linked.
Let's
It's
do it.
linked right now. You can find it on the link of all my link trees on all my social media profiles at Epic Voice Guy. I'm really easy to find. Just Epic Voice Guy, all one word, and just
Yeah,
type it in.
I'll add it to the bio of
switches.
the video, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and check
And
it
then
out and
one
support him,
in
obviously.
1 minute, how many voices can you do?
How many voices can I do in a minute? I have work tomorrow, bro. I just did every Joker except one.
Yeah, for real.
Unless I was gonna do actually, I forgot one, the Lego Joker, because that's Zach Galifianakis. We can be friends, Batman. I don't know if you do this or not. So yeah, one more Joker.
But listen, hey, I appreciate you being on again for a second time here, man. You look great. Obviously,
Thanks,
I'm following you all the
man,
time and
congrats.
From
commenting.
here down, I'm
what
like
you're doing.
I'm wider than the screen. You just can't see it all. My butt.
But listen, I appreciate you being on, man. You have a good night, and I'll keep in touch, man. Hope to see big things from you. All right, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, brother.
Good to meet you,
Yeah,
man.
bud.
Take care. Have a good
That's
night.
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
Dude, how epic
Yeah.
is the Epic
That was
voice
cool.
guy? I mean, like, no
No,
pun
that was
intended.
great, man.
Dude, he's freaking
Yeah.
amazing, bro. Listen,
Dude,
if I had his talent, I would literally be pranking everybody.
Me too.
Everybody.
Dude, $5, man, for real quick.
Yeah,
120
so I'm
words?
gonna have him
That's-
try to do my I want to do a new like intro for Collectors Assemble Live. So I'm gonna have him do like hopefully do like Chris Evans doing, Collectors Assemble. So we'll see
that'd be
what
cool.
happens. But listen, guys, follow him. It's Epic Voice Guy everywhere. The dude's super talented. He's freaking funny, man. I love his TikTok. And he's just talented. I mean, you guys heard the stories. You guys, heard for yourself what he could do. And he's just a good guy, man. Really good guy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. What'd you guys think?
It was great.
Yeah,
It's
man,
awesome.
That
awesome,
was,
dude.
that was
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just listening to him do those voices here, man. I mean, the Optimus Prime stuff. I know a lot of us here in the chat and on panel too. When he did that whole spiel at the end of the what was it, the Transformers movie? That was
Right.
freaking epic, dude. That was dope.
I think the Ryan Reynolds one's my favorite.
Yeah, dude. I like Optimus Prime. I love when he does Ryan Reynolds. I think it's super funny. He's spot on. If you guys go back to when I had him on the show before, we played a game with him where we just threw out artists and stuff for him to do, and he was just doing them.
Nice.
We had about like 10 or 12 of them, and he was just spot on, just saying all kinds of stuff. So really good guy. But back to the community inbox, guys. Best Joker. Let's do what we did with the Batman. So I guess everybody started, with who's the best Joker going to worst. But Josh, I'll start with you. Who is the best Joker for you?
Ledger for me personally.
Ledger. All right. And then who's next?
Right. After him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably Mark Hamill, like he was talking.
Okay. Okay. All right. Dennis, what about you?
Voice wise, Mark Hamill. Looks, Ledger.
Okay. Mario?
Shit, dude. I mean, this is so tough, man. I mean, because every time if I'm reading a comic, dude, I hear Mark Hamill's voice in my head, all the time. He's done so much shit, dude. So I gotta give it up to Mark Hamill, all day. Cinematically, freaking hell. I think it's cliche to say Ledger, though, dude. That's the problem. But I think I think he freaking nailed it, dude. Like what John was saying earlier in regards to in The Killing Joke, when he talks about his origin story, he told it like different ways, and he said something like he can't remember how everything's. One day I remember it like this, another day I remember it like that, and he actually did that, in The Dark Knight. As far as how he got these scars, he told totally different stories, So that was the total, callback to that, in my opinion. So. Shit, but what you call it? My heart's with Cesar Romero, though, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no wrong answer.
That's just me.
So do we all agree the worst is Leno?
Honestly, I forget he plays Joker half the time. That's how bad it was.
Harsh. All right, Ant.
What's his name? What's his name? Killed it in Gotham, though, dude. I think he did dope. Playing.
Oh,
playing
yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
The kid from Shameless, and he's in Star Wars, the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He did.
I thought he did really good.
He did good.
Star-Lord or not Star-Lord?
Cal Kestis in
Kestis.
Star Wars.
No, in Marvel though, he's Black Adam. I mean, what?
Oh, he's
Black
Adam
Warlock?
Warlock.
Warlock. Jesus Christ.
Oh, is he Adam Warlock?
No,
Yeah,
it's a
he's Adam
different guy.
Warlock.
No, it's
Or
not
no,
him.
is that a different guy?
It's a different guy. It's the guy from
Dude,
We Are the
he
Millers. Like,
legit-
what? You're getting paid? That guy.
He legit carved off his face in that
Oh.
damn
You're
show.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You know, and just freak. That was crazy. That was crazy. That show was wild. You know, Gotham.
So Anthony, who you got?
Mm.
Just to reiterate, Ben Affleck's still the best Batman. That's
Oh
it.
my god.
I
dude,
mean, I would say
Awesome.
I think Mark Hamill's number one for me. And then Jack Nicholson. And then I don't really care about the rest.
no love for Joaquin Phoenix. You guys, I think Joaquin Phoenix
He
did
was
a great
dope.
job.
No, he did a
Joaquin
good job.
was dope.
I think
He was
was
sick.
alright.
He was so right.
he did
That's the guy.
like an artistic take on the character. So it was
Yeah, it just
different.
didn't feel like Joker to me. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. It
Well,
was a cool
more like
movie,
an
but it was
artistic
like
way. Listen, the
I
other
don't
thing
know.
you got to realize, and this is the thing, he kind of touched base on it. So when the Joker was created and then moved into animation, they had to change the way he was. So you got like that gangster, like, you know, funny Joker, which is
Mhm.
more Mark Hamill and Jack Nicholson, right? That gangster, right? Then you got this crazy lunatic, you know, Heath. And then you got Joaquin Phoenix, who's more like psychological, right? Like, so there's different types of Jokers, just like there's different types of Carnages and stuff out there. Like they kind of like go through their phases of, you know, what they add to the character and stuff. But man, for me, I
We're
think
all forgetting about the Batman. That little clip we got for the Batman, the guy that is in the Eternals. You didn't see that deleted scene where he's talking to Joker in the jail cell?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
but it's not
He
enough
had-
to. Is it
had,
enough
like-
though to rank
No,
him?
it's not enough. That's true. It's not
Yeah.
enough.
yeah. I don't think it's
So
enough
it's
to
hard.
rank him, but hopefully he'll do good though.
Yeah,
Hopefully he'll
I
do
mean, I
good.
like Cesar Romero too. You know, because it's 66, but I just
All right.
That's-
no, he was okay in
Sentimental,
Joker. Like that movie's all right. I think I prefer the more. I like Jack Nicholson. I like that gangster style one, and
I do
then
too.
Mark Hamill was just great. He just sold it, man.
So why
It's like I
nobody
hear him
likes
in-
Jared
in-
Leto? Nobody likes Jared Leto. Why?
I don't think he was that bad. I just think out of all of them, he's the worst.
I think he was dropped in a vat of Hot Topic, and I didn't like the way he looked. That's what it reminded me of, man, in Suicide Squad. But
Listen.
I enjoyed him at the end of Snyder though in the Nightmare.
Right?
That was
I
that was
There
thought
he
that
was
scene
good.
was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For
I-
5 minutes.
It
versus,
feels like
you know,
two different Jokers like that, but I agree. The
does,
Snyder Cut
yeah.
one, he was good.
The Snyder Cut and the Suicide is different Jokers. I mean, for me.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah.
But I still think it's cool how he talked about what he has to do with like his voice and everything, like his throat and all that stuff to do because it's the same shit I had to do for when I was touring and whatnot. Because I was doing all the screaming stuff. It was the same exact stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You
Yeah,
can kind of
I
hear in his
bet
voice
you-
tonight too, man. I mean, his voice was real hoarse. To me, it sounded like.
Yeah, I bet you like it
Mhm.
takes a toll on your vocals, and
Mhm, it does.
I'm pretty sure they got to do like things. to, like,
Eventually, they just, yeah.
you
Just
know,
when I was on the road, all I could drink was water and honey.
Yeah, Josh,
crazy.
I can't picture
Yeah.
you screaming, bro. Now I'm like extremely.
yeah, we're
curious,
gonna have
man.
to do a live
I'll
performance.
have
on
I'll
that.
send you.
Please.
I'll show you guys a video.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
I have music videos out there.
Fine tip, what's up? Listen, so okay, so for me, ready? I'm gonna go Heath, right? I'm gonna go Mark Hamill. I'm gonna go Jack Nicholson. I'm gonna go Joaquin Phoenix. I'm gonna go old school guy,
Cesar Romero.
Romero.
How dare you?
Romero, Cesar Romero. Hold on,
For
I'm
life.
trying to think the other guy, and then I'm gonna pick the Gotham guy, and then I'm gonna go with Leno. That's my order.
Bet. All
That's
right.
my order. But I did
About,
love Jack Nicholson though.
Who did you say was it? Galifianakis or that voice, the Lego one? Who was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so you put him in that list or no?
no. If I did, he would be very last. Very last.
Very last, really? You
Very
wouldn't
last,
put him
yeah.
before Leto?
Yeah, for sure. For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
No, but like what you mentioned earlier, you know, with Leto during the nightmare scene, I think that was badass, dude.
Yeah, I liked that.
You know.
And I
was.
wanted to see more of that. I was like, okay, that's all right. That's all right.
180 from what we got in Suicide Squad, man.
Yeah. And
You know, none of that
just,
hunka shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I didn't like any of that.
Yeah, that was the fuck.
Hey Miguel, check your messenger. This might be kind of cool.
Hoping
If it's you, I'm
the
gonna-
Snyder Con is cool.
The Snyder Cut? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Is this
No,
really?
but they're gonna give a Snyder Con now, and they're gonna
Snyder
show all the
Con?
movies. Yeah, and they're gonna show the movies, and they're gonna say maybe a big news for Netflix. Let's see.
Oh,
Hopefully.
really interesting. All right.
Hopefully.
I don't know if you get in trouble by YouTube for showing that. It's me. So
Oh hell yeah, dude! You got to share this. Come
Wait,
on.
time out. Okay, so first, before I do this, so is this on YouTube?
yeah,
Okay.
Man, yeah.
you can hear from
I
here.
just want to hear you.
Anthony, of all
Holy
your
shit,
hot
is that you,
toys that you
Josh?
got there, which is the best?
Josh, is that you for real?
Yeah,
Damn, dude!
Bro, did you hear that?
Straight death metal.
Yeah, bro, it's like some. Jesus Christ!
Wow,
Bro.
that's crazy, man.
Listen, I'm about to send you guys all that. I would
Oh,
play it, but
yeah.
I don't know if we would get in trouble or not. I don't know how that works
Is that original music or is it a cover?
it's our original stuff.
Well, why would you get in trouble?
because he has
I-
it on his YouTube.
You can.
I don't think that we're not like famous.
You
or
got the
anything, so-
content creator right here on your channel, bro, giving you his blessing.
That doesn't matter. So do you whose channel is it?
It's under the band. The band we broke up, but it's under the band.
Yeah, see, because then if they hear it on here and it sends them a copyright, they'll hit the copyright.
No, they don't.
What's
they
the
don't-
name of the band?
You
Curse
sure?
Body. It's called that band was Curse Body. Where it was a giant Pokemon meme. So like the name is Curse Body is a ability from Gengar, and all of our songs had Pokemon undertones to them. Like one of them is about I don't know if you. There's the story about Cubone, how he wears that skull on his head is the skull of his dead mother. So we have song about that. It was just
What
we
the
have-
hell?
Jack Sparrow, same thing.
All right, do me a favor, put it up. We'll put like a couple seconds just so.
I was
people
gonna
get a
say
taste of it.
drop a link in the chat also, man, so everybody can go check it out.
Yeah. So so send me in a private chat so I can put it in the link, and then bring it up on your.
I can share screen real quick.
Yeah, share screen it, and then I'll put it on for like a couple seconds in the middle or something. Yeah, you think we're gonna get hit for that? I don't think we're gonna hit for that, right? No.
We'll see next
All right.
week. All black.
All right, you can pull it up.
All right, let's see, guys. Go to like the middle somewhere.
He had a code. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo, all right.
the video looks dope as hell too. The video looks dope as hell too. And
Yo.
Yeah, man, it's badass, dude.
I was not expecting that.
You know what's crazy, dude? I mean, I'm sorry, kind of going off a tangent. Someone showed me Satanic Doo-Wop. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm listening to the song. The song is dope as hell, dude, but it was like legit, like satanic. You know, like I don't know how to feel about this. I love the style of the music, but and then I go see this. Then I go see the music video. I'm like, no, no, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
You want to hear a crazy story? I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Story time. I'm gonna go. Ready? So, back when I was younger, I was a little gangster. I had long hair, braids, baggy jeans, baggy shirts, the whole nine, bandana. Right. My uncle is a big, music influenced guy. He has his own studio, music producer, all the nine. He loves rock. Was really big in Spanish rock. Dennis knows, right? So he goes, "Hey, I got tickets to Ozfest. You want to come?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I go over there in my gangster clothes while everybody was wearing black. So I stood out first off. I stood out super like a freaking
wearing a bright orange hoodie?
colorful person there, right? So then I'm listening to shit and seeing, all kinds of stuff going on. And then all of a sudden I see people in a crowd hitting each other and stuff. And it's a mosh pit, right? So I look at my uncle, I was like, yo, I'm jumping in there. He's like, what? I was like,
Beat
I'm
him
gonna
up.
jump in there. Jump in there, right? And there was this really tall, it was like a comic book scene. It was literally the scene from Batman Returns where he beats up that dude in the mud. That's basically what it was, right? Because it's all muddy. Everybody's going crazy. There was this really tall, skinny guy, probably like 7 feet tall. I'll never forget it. And there was this really fat dude that had a mohawk and just had nothing but like piercings all over his face. And there was this really jacked up guy in there. So I'm like, yo, I'm going in there. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna go in there. So I go in there and I square up because I'm thinking I'm gonna fight these guys, right? And the guys were like, whoa, 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 guys, whoa, whoa, my man. I clearly realized that you're a little out of your realm here. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, let me show you how it works. So he calls the other guy. The other guy bumps into him and just goes flying. He's like, you don't really hit people, but you hit people. And I'm like, okay. He's like, it's more like bumps with your elbows. And you kind of, I was like, yeah, but that dude was flaring his hands around. If he catches me in the face, I'm going to fuck him up. And it was the big dude. And the big dude looked at me and laughed at me, right? And so like, they're all like, yo. So it was crazy. And everybody's like, let him in. Let him in. And I was like, I'm a pass because I thought I was going to fight, not jump into some shoving contest, right? So I'm like, okay. So I get out of it. Thank God I did, because I probably would have gotten destroyed in there, right? Because they were like looking at me like, this guy, he doesn't know what he's getting himself in.
Pick
right?
you up and throw you across the side.
Yeah, they're like, kill, right? Somebody had like a doll in the background with a hat on. But anyway, so whatever. So I chose to get away. My uncle's dying laughing. I'm like, fuck, man. So I put my little jacket back on, whatever. And now we're on stage, and this like Asian rock Kiss combination of artists were on stage. And then all of a sudden I experienced people riding the wave. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna jump off stage. I wanna ride the wave, right? It wasn't until I started to take my jacket off and I started walking where I saw this girl jump off of the stage onto the crowd, and she came all the way towards me. And by the time she got to me, she was butt ass naked because everybody ripped her clothes off. And I was like, nope, not doing it. But that was my experience at an Oz Fest.
That reminds me, I got a
crazy.
fun story like that. Fun fact, my front tooth right here is fake because when I was performing one day, we were playing at a smaller venue and it was like a floor stage. And so we were set up, and like directly in front of us was the mosh pit area. And while I was performing, and then this big guy, he's like maybe 3 times my size, is doing his thing, and his fist and the microphone goes like straight up my mouth, and it knocks my front tooth out.
Oh shit!
$2,000 later. I was not happy.
I would have been pissed.
Damn. Did you finish the show?
Yeah. Just kind of bleeding out of my mouth a little
Bloody
bit.
mouth
But then,
and all, right?
then I left all pissy because, yeah.
He looked a lot cooler.
Metal, dude.
Everybody was like, that look cool.
All right. Anthony, why don't you tell us about your Limp Bizkit days?
You know he did it all for the nookie,
Nah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I shit, dude, there's a bunch of shit, dude. I've been to like hundreds of concerts. I've played shows when we were like 16. We had a little band going on. Which is funny.
I could start a band right now because Dennis is a musician as well. So is Josh. Anthony, I'm pretty sure you do a couple things too, from what I hear.
Oh yeah. I've been playing the guitar and bass my whole life. But it's funny that you brought up Jared Leto, because when we were playing, they came and we opened for them, and that's when they were just coming out like 30 Seconds to Mars, and nobody knew who the fuck they were. And I thought that was kind of funny because for me, he was always the guy that got his ass beat in Fight Club. You know what I mean? So I didn't even know who he was. But no, that was fun, man. Nah, dude, we've had so many shit, dude. UFest 96 was the best because it was a fucking riot, and then the SWAT came and tear gassed everybody, and it was wild, bro. Me and my buddy, he won 2 tickets off the radio, and I was like, cool, let's go. We took the bus, and it was like freaking 3-hour bus ride. We were like 15.
So hold on.
Crazy.
So Josh is the lead singer, right? Dennis, you can play guitar, right?
Yep.
He does guitar. You play what? Guitar too?
Yeah, I can play guitar. I can play bass.
I play guitar, bass, and piano. I haven't got drums down. I'm not that
Wait,
coordinated
can
yet.
you play piano and sing at the same time, or does it requiring screaming?
No, I can do both at the same time.
All right, so we got a piano player and a singer. We got the guitarist, and then Anthony could do bass or another guitar. Dude, we should do a live show and get your instruments and just do a riff for like a couple minutes to see how it works.
We could.
Can we do
could.
that? I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool. But anyway,
Okay.
guys, it is about that time. I want to thank everybody who joined us. My dumbass forgot to put this on Facebook. But it's all right. People want to see it. They know where they can find it. Special shout out to Jon Bailey, obviously, guys. Go follow him. I'll go in and update the link in the bio so you guys can go check him out. Yeah, man, it was cool to have him on, and this is what I kind of want to do. I want to try to have all different types of people here. You know, it's Collectors Assemble for a reason, right? You know, we got different panels. We're gonna have different celebrity guests, companies, things like that. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Something different. I definitely want to do something different than what everybody else is doing, right? And in April, guys, I think we're gonna be moving to Fridays going forward. Same time, but just on
Hey.
Fridays, so we can have more of a stable panel. And you know, everybody, you know, there's always other people invited onto the panel too. It doesn't have to be the same all the time, but we'll have, you know, a core group of people on the panel as well. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming on, obviously. And before we go, Josh, you got anything going on, you know, in the upcoming days on your YouTube channel?
I think I got the notification that the Iron Studios Scarlet Witch shipped, so I'll be doing a video on that. So that piece looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Very nice. Dennis, you got a big announcement because what's happening next week? What's our next show on ToyQuest101 Unboxed with Dennis Perez?
Yeah, next week we got the PCS 1/3 Wolverine unboxing.
Hey.
That's gonna be super cool. It's a cool piece, man. Trust me. You gotta see it in person. It's awesome.
So that's gonna be released on Thursday, guys. Thursday coming up. Oh, you want to do that real quick? Let's do that real quick.
It's super fast.
All right, let's do that real quick. Let's get him to now. What is this? You want to tell us?
Yeah, this is the prototype of the Boba Fett armor sign from Regal Robot. It came out new. It comes with a certificate of authenticity.
Very nice.
I could have sworn that was Conchu.
Yeah, right.
Yo, when you said that, I like laughed because I was like, "That is Conchu," but it's not. Oh, that's funny.
I mean, it's pretty cool for the price. The detail is very good, and it's like resin, lightweight. But it's, I mean, you can touch it, and it feels like skull. So
Yeah.
It has
I mean,
sorry.
I have something similar from them that I picked up from Sideshows. It's an actual the Mythosaur skull, you know, that I have. But when I received it from Sideshow, it was like busted up. But I had to get a replacement. But yeah, it's a pretty nice little piece.
This one?
No, the
that's not
Mythosaur. That's the Mudhorn.
That's the Mudhorn. He's like, which one? I got them all.
He's like, I got them all. That one right there. There you go. That's the guy.
I really
That's
like
the
that.
guy.
I like
That's
that.
a dope piece.
Now they have them on plaques too, which I also like.
Yeah, they got them like in different sizes. Doll plaques and like a full blown,
Yeah,
it's
man.
like 25 or 30 inches one.
Oh yeah, don't want to get a chrome Beskar one, man, and just plant it on the wall, like on
Chill,
the show.
for
That'd
real.
be dope.
You're right.
All right, super cool, man. I'm glad you got that. Mario, I know you're gonna be on a show right after this, right?
Yeah, man. I think in a little bit, me and my man P Rock, he just got his first Prime One piece in the collection.
Let's go.
So come check out my dude P Rockzilla on YouTube, man. We're gonna be unboxing a Prime One Godzilla bust. So he's hella excited about it, man. So,
La Raza, yeah.
Exactly, man. Head to size.
Oh,
And yeah, that's gonna be fun. Tomorrow night, LWO. Me and the boys getting together tomorrow night, just talking whatever.
For life.
For life, tu sabes, my dude. And yeah, man. And that's basically it, man. But thanks for having me out tonight, dude. It was a blast hanging out.
dude, I love having you guys on, man. So, you know, I definitely appreciate it. Anthony 6 scale. Obviously, we did our show on Tuesday, which was awesome. Came out with the famous Miguel's Duck Race again, and we talked about a lot of things. But what do you got going on this weekend?
Oh, well, my Saturday show will be Saturday. That'll be fun. We're gonna just kind of
Saturday, you say?
Way to hype it up.
well, I mean, I have to plan it out, but I mean, we're gonna probably talk some Star Wars again. You know, because we tried to do this trivia last time, it didn't work, but now I got it working, and we're just gonna kind of like a Star Wars kind of fun stream and talk about Star Wars, talk about Star Wars hot toys, that kind of stuff. You know, we'll do the trivia and some games, just kind of have a fun Saturday. Yeah. I don't know if Mario's gonna be there or not.
I should be. Yeah, I should be around.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you're Anthony. You got a new game, right? Enable Miguel.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
every chance
horrible.
I get. Every chance I get.
So guys, so real quick for you guys who are gonna watch this after, if first off, follow these guys, right? Because they all have amazing content. They all bring something to the table. And I don't fuck with anybody just to fuck with them. So like, you know, these guys are awesome. Josh got his channel. Professor, we're trying to get him to 1,000. Please, guys, go sub, man. Go sub to his channel.
1,000.
You know, Anthony, obviously, great channel. Love his channel. Different
shit,
realm, right? But we're kind of all like it's a melting pot now. It's, you know, we're crossing over channels and stuff, and I think it's been going good. You know, you're gonna catch me on his shows on Tuesdays. Hopefully, he'll be on my shows on Fridays. We'll be on, you know, Mario shows here and there, but definitely go check these guys out for sure. And you know, subscribe, guys, because you know this takes a lot of our time, and you know, there's a lot of things we do. Go check out Chasen Studios on Sunday. Chasen show is called the Sunday Service. Sunday Service. Yeah. So definitely check him out, guys.
Bro, one more thing, if I may, man.
Obviously. Oh, do you want to mention what we talked about earlier? Or you can.
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah. So, my boy Thor from DCX hit me up, man. He's gonna be having a new show. Where he's basically going to be interviewing collectors, Larry King style. So he asked me to come on through, man. We're going to do it pre-recorded, but as soon as it comes out, I'm going to definitely post it on my Instagram, so y'all follow me there as well, El Profesora with all zeros on Instagram. Y'all can see me there. And shout out to Thor DCX. It's my dude. And that's gonna be fun. It's me. I'm definitely looking forward to that interview, man.
How is it going to air Sunday, or are you recording Sunday?
We're going to record it on Sunday. I'm assuming it's going to air shortly after. But when it does, man, just be on the lookout, man. I'll definitely mention it in the group as well.
Listen, let him know. He could post it in the group, obviously. And then just one more thing I want to say, guys. You know, Sam Crippler, he has his own show now with Rashid and a couple of the other boys. It's brand new. It's called Constructive Outrage. Yeah, Constructive Outrage, guys. So check them out. You know, Rashid and Sam are good peoples. So definitely check them out. I'm excited to actually you know, see what the show is about. It's a good group. So Casual Nerds, what's up, man? But yeah, check out Thor DCX on Sunday with Mario. Hopefully they'll if they don't air it that day, they'll probably air it in a couple of days. We'll post it on all our socials and stuff. And
definitely
check everybody out on the weekend, guys. Today I did my Jon Stewart unboxing this morning. Came out super dope. You know, I do my unboxings a little different because I do talk about the characters a little bit and you know, kind of their background and stuff. I love doing that. And the statue came out dope. It wasn't my statue. Shout out to one of our viewers and a friend of mine who let me unbox it for you guys. But yeah, man, hit that like button tonight, and I will catch you next Thursday. Remember, starting April, we're gonna be on here on Fridays, but for now, we're still on Thursday. So we'll catch you next Thursday. Our boy Jason Buckley's gonna be on with us. I'm super excited. So everybody knows we have that guess that Buckley slang, right? So. But yeah, guys, I wish everybody a good night, and we'll see you guys on another episode of Collectors Assemble Live. Peace.
Noodles.